Boy, did I find a sweetheart of a bike this week. Got a call last week, Monday, and the gentleman that sold me this 66 here, his friend had a 1965 Panhead. Last year the Panhead, first year electric start, and so I went out and looked at it and just absolutely fell in love. I thought, wouldn't it be cool to create a little video and tell people about this just amazing bike that was found. One of the first things that I noticed when going out and looking at this bike is that it just mechanically has not been worked on very much. Now, I'm no Harley expert, but I've been around some older bikes, and so what just caught my eye with this bike is the drum brakes and the mouse trap and just how many original parts, how much original hardware is on this bike. Very excited about getting it going. Does have some aftermarket parts on it as far as the trunk and the tour pack, and a Honda light bar that will be being removed. The bike was originally white and salmon, and I am now the fourth owner of this bike. It was painted this chocolate brown back in the 70s, and so we're going to have to end up doing something about that. But it's got a lot of original parts on it. Very clean for where it was stored. It was in a garage in a subdivision. The gentleman had stored it in his house in a bedroom for 5 years prior to being stored in the garage for the last 15 years. So it's been 5 years since this bike had ran, and yeah, I think it's just going to be a great bike for me. One of the first steps of getting this bike going is just getting it cleaned up, giving it a bath. If you look in here, you can just see there's some seed, some bird seed in there, some rat crap, and it just hasn't seen the light of day for quite a while. I'm half tempted to leave it on there because I think it's kind of cool, but it definitely needs to be removed. I went and put some seafoam in the tanks along with some gasoline, been soaking those. Also put some seafoam down in the cylinders to try to just loosen some things up before we try to start kicking it. And we're just excited about the next few steps here. Going to get the gas tanks cleaned out. They're really not too bad on the inside. And we're going to work through the carburetor and get that all cleaned up. It currently right now still has the original carburetor on it, and it doesn't look like it's been touched all that much. So very excited.